there's several names for the planet Earth. You see what I'm saying? Time Mary, we got this big debate going on. For a play on words, we just say a long ass time ago. In this case, we'll pick Atlantis. Because we got tons of information on this in the Vedic text, Gnostic texts, several texts. Hesed's Theogony, the Enuma Elish coming out of so-called Babylonia. We got tons of this stuff. The Gilgamesh epics, there's tons of this stuff and it's in mythology. Now, going into this particular stuff, what happened? What happened? Let me give you two synopses on this thing. The Rosicrucians, which is a European Masonic group, is some of the custodians of the ancient documents of the making of the white man brought into Europe by the Moors when the Moors ruled for 700 years and set up 16 universities. The Rosicrucians become the custodians of all these ancient texts. And several other occult groups become custodians of several ancient texts. So what we call a quote-unquote Yakub story, the Rosicrucians had one. As a matter of fact, one of the Rosicrucians told me back in 1992 that the white man is an experiment gone bad. He said, but the UFOs is coming to take care of this mess. That was his rendition of it. Anyway, we talk about a divine power. This is what the Rosicrucians said. The Rosicrucians also said that the only place where you can find the granite from the capstone of the Great Pyramid is only in one place, Stone Mountain, Georgia. So whether you choose to believe it or not, these people hold on to all kinds of secrets. And to this day, we talk about we live in an integrated society. Try getting up in them white lodges. See what I'm saying? That's why we shouldn't let white people up in our events. Because they have meetings on us every day discussing our faith, and you are not invited. You can't get up in a doggone legitimate white lodge. All this great land of immigration and freedom, go and get in a white lodge, because the white lodge is the only doggone educational system in America. And they are not going to let you be educated. Outside of the new research of this black stuff that I'm putting together and other scholars, the only educational system in America where you get a complete education of the universe, the world, and how the world works, the origin of man and the whole gauntlet and stuff, is the doggone white lodges. And they ain't gonna they might integrate a few little tuxedo wearing niggas on the ground level, but we're talking about the people that run this world. Don't you let nobody fool yourself. You can't get up in there and you're not invited to the table. That's why we shouldn't invite white people. You see what I'm saying? In our forums. Because you can't go to the meetings that they make decisions on your everyday life.
So are you saying that the black Masonic lodges are just a club or something?
The black Masonic lodge is no different than the AKAs, the Deltas. You know what I'm saying? A Pi Bacon Club, Zeta Phi Beta, Sigma Gamma Rho. You know what I'm saying? All that is a social club, drinking liquor and driving cab. You know, it has nothing to do with real ancient Egyptian mystery system whatsoever. As a matter of fact, most black Masons didn't even know what the fuck Kemet was. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking that 33 years is the 33 years of Jesus Christ. Well, wait a minute. Hell, Jesus Christ wasn't even on the planet when this shit was put down. You know what I'm saying? And singing Negro spirituals and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with real ancient knowledge. Ancient knowledge is an educational system, nothing short of the educational system that Negroes go to and call themselves educated. That is an inferior education compared to the original mystery system. This is a lifelong study. You understand what I'm saying? So, no, the Black Lodge is nothing but a joke. It is a pathetic joke. I will say the goals and the objective of the Black Lodge in its inception was honorable with Prince Hall, what I think he was trying to put forth. But we talking about the Black Hall, the Black Lodge we've had it for most of the 20th century ain't nothing but a doggone stymie and our gang, Little Rascals Club and shit, you know, with a little dog with a circle around his eye and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or the Honeycomb Hideout Club and stuff, you know what I'm saying? The Secret Handshake and all this kind of thing here. Or the Peanuts Gang. You know, some Charlie Brown shit, you know, and some Lucy and the dog that sleep on top of the doggone doghouse and shit like that. It has nothing to do with real ancient mystery system at all. A 33rd degree Mason or whatever and stuff like that is almost a person in kindergarten, even compared to a brother like me. You know, I have to, just to sit down and do this particular lecture on, I got to come with basic tools. You see what I'm saying? We're talking about real comprehensive scholarship here. Now, going into this particular science, the Rosicrucians tell us of two stories. One story is found in Rudolf Steiner, head Rosicrucian, Rudolf Steiner's book, Atlantis in Lemuria, which is hard to get. You can find all of Rudolf Steiner's book, but you can't find this particular book. One of his other books, good books, is Cosmic Memory and Universe, Earth, and Man. Excellent books. And in that particular one, Atlantis in Lemuria, they talk about a god, a Manu, or this particular scientist named Manu, that took a germ from man and made another race of men. It also goes and talk about the moon separating from the earth. Same stuff that the Message to the Black Man talked about, that people scorn and say is hosh, posh, and ludicrous. Rudolf Steiner's Rosicrucian talks about the same thing of the making of the white man. Rudolf Steiner's contemporary at that time is H.G. Wells, who writes the fictional adaptation, The Island of Dr. Moreau. You just need to get that movie to find out the origins of the white man, as well as Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, to give you a synopsis on what's going on. But his is closer to the truth. Because in this particular science, now we have those particular documents and we have other stuff, but in this particular information, because we do have the Hermetic text where the Egyptians say, our problem is that we made another race of people. So we got about balls with scholarship here. We can go on and on and on, and we will. But in this, let's go into a synopsis. We're talking about thousands of years ago, so the best thing I can do to paint this picture is to give you a synopsis that is done by the ancient art of channeling. In this case, my ex-mate Ginger McFarland channeled closer to the truth on what actually happened, which later on I verified in these particular scriptures also too, in these particular books. And in so many words, let's just give a name to this thing. Let's give a name to this particular character. We'll just say Yakub. We do have him in Donald B. Redford's book, Egypt, Canaan, and Israel as a real person. A so-called quote-unquote Hyksos god. Now we know that the Hyksos is nothing but the pre-dynastic Egyptians. So let's say a pre-dynastic Egyptian god or pre-dynastic Egyptian person that they end up worshiping. We also have it in some other works, some fictional works of a woman by the name of Lynn Carter's book on the mystical whereabouts or the mystical experiences of Ya'akub, which is also defined as Jacob in the Hebrew text. But let's just take that word for right now, just for the sake of argument. We'll just, whether you believe that or not, we'll talk about a fictional character. Well, I'll add a little more light to it so it'll bring it into phase. Bring this thing into focus, excuse me. In ancient Atlantis, or the ancient schools of ancient Kemet, mainly in the Hermetic schools, are the wisdom of Tahuti, or the schools of Tahuti, which later was identified as the city of On in Heliopolis, Kemet, and which also is connected with Imhotep, the first physician or doctor and the father of medicine, which is also connected with King Zoser, who Um,